Welcome to a special bedtime story edition of Morning Mind, where we unwind, let go of the day, and lose ourselves in a tale that will soothe your mind and spark your dreams. Tonight's story is about serendipity, synchronicity, and the magic that happens when two people are destined to meet. So get comfy, close your eyes, and let the words take you on a journey. This is Serendipity in a Cup. In the heart of the city, where the streets hummed with the rhythm of life, there was a little cafe with a charming name called Stay Grounded. It was the kind of place where the scent of freshly ground coffee mingled with the warmth of freshly baked pastries, and where time seemed to slow down just a little, letting you breathe in the moment. Every morning at precisely 8:15 a.m., Emma walked through the doors of Stay Grounded, drawn by the promise of her daily ritual. She was a creature of habit, ordering the same almond milk latte with a dash of cinnamon, finding comfort in the familiar. What she didn't know was that across town, a man named Daniel was doing the very same thing in the very same place. For weeks, they moved like satellites in orbit, their paths crossing but never quite meeting. Daniel would catch the lingering scent of Emma's perfume, which was a delicate mix of ylang-ylang, jasmine, and sage, just as he was leaving the cafe. It was intoxicating, a fragrance that lingered in his thoughts long after he'd stepped outside. And Emma, she couldn't help but notice him too. Tall, dark figure, piercing blue eyes, often glimpsed through the window as she entered the cafe. There was something about him that made her heart skip a beat, even if she didn't quite know why. Their first real encounter was brief but electrifying. It was a rainy Wednesday morning, the cafe bustling with people, and only one seat left, right next to Daniel. As she settled in, their eyes met. Just for a moment, it was like time had paused just for them, but just as quickly, it was over. A phone buzzed, breaking the spell, and they both returned to their worlds. The moment slipped away. But the universe had other plans. It wasn't done with them yet. Days passed, and their almost meetings became more frequent. They'd share a glance in line, or Daniel would notice Emma as she stepped into the cafe, her auburn hair catching the light. The pull between them grew stronger, a magnetic force that neither could resist. Then came the morning that changed everything. The cafe was quieter than usual, and this time Emma arrived just a little bit later than usual. There he was, sitting by the window, his eyes already on her as she walked in. She ordered her latte, feeling his gaze on her, a warm, almost tangible presence. As she moved to take a seat near him, a napkin slipped from her hand, fluttered to the floor. Daniel, quick as ever, reached down, picked it up. Their hands brushed ever so slightly as he handed it back to her. "Your napkin," he said. His voice warm and deep, a smile playing on his lips. It was a simple gesture, but in that moment, it felt like so much more. Emma's heart fluttered as she met his gaze. The spark between them was undeniable. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice barely above a breath. And just like that, the barrier that had kept them apart melted away. Daniel gestured to the seat across from him, and without a second thought, Emma took it. The conversation flowed easily, as if they had known each other forever. They talked about books, about life, about everything and nothing at all. Hours passed without them noticing, The world outside faded into a blur as they lost themselves in each other. It was as if they had been waiting for this moment for each other all along. As the sun dipped low into the sky, casting a golden glow through the window, Daniel leaned in, his voice soft and certain. "You know I've seen you here before, several times actually." Emma smiled, her eyes sparkled with the same realization. "I've noticed you too. It's like we've been circling each other, just waiting for the right moment." And there it was, their moment, the one they had both been waiting for. With a gentle touch, Daniel took her hand, and the world seemed to stop spinning. It was just then two souls finally found their way to each other. From that day on, they no longer missed each other by the seconds or minutes. Instead, they found each other in every cup of coffee, every shared laugh, every tender glance. What started as serendipity grew into something deeper, something real, proof that sometimes the universe brings you exactly where you need to be. And so, dear listener, as you drift off to sleep, remember the world is full of serendipity, of moments just waiting for us to notice them. Who knows, maybe tomorrow you'll walk into your own Stay Grounded and find that the universe has something magical in store for you too. Sleep well and sweet dreams. If you enjoyed tonight's story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Morning Mind Dump. Share the magic with someone you love, and stay tuned for more stories to soothe your soul. Good night, and until next time, may your dreams be as sweet as serendipity in a cup.